Hi everyone, it's Lexia Tracy, and today you will be learning how to do a sleek extended ponytail. The purpose of this ponytail is to give someone extra length with their ponytail while making it look extremely natural and seamless. This style is great for someone who is going on a sophisticated outing, a ball, a wedding, or maybe if they want to wear it for everyday purposes. You will learn how to section your model's hair for this style. You will learn how to mold the ponytail without creating product buildup, and how to extend your ponytail and make it look natural. Also, you will learn finishing techniques like making it sleek and clean and styling the ponytail by crimping and curling it. So for part one of this video, you will need Got2b glue hairspray. You will need a rat tail comb for parting and detailing, hair glue, hair papers, one bundle or one pack of hair, and a blow dryer. I will list all of this in the description box as well, just in case if you didn't hear everything I said, you can always look. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that your model's hair is prepped by pressing it out as straight as possible, but make sure that you use heat protectant so that their natural hair or their natural curls can revert back. Alright, so now that we got that out the way and got you prepared, I am doing a middle part on her head because that is what she wants. So when you decide on what part you are going to do on your client's hair, just make sure you take the time to actually part the hair very neat. Because this ponytail is so sleek, you will see every detail that you do, which is the part that is going to stick out. So just make sure you take your time and allow that part to be very clean. A great tip to make sure that your client's part is defined is just by standing in different positions. You can stand in front of her head and back up a little bit so that you can get a clear vision of what you're doing. Or you can stand behind your client while she's facing the mirror, because mirrors don't lie, and you can see if that part is straight. Oh, and I know you're wondering why her hair is curled. The reason why her hair is curled is because we did a tutorial prior to this video, and it was a silk press and also a curling tutorial, so we didn't want to add more heat to the hair. I will link those videos so you can see how I got her prepped and pressed her hair as well. The first thing that I am doing is starting in the back by taking a subsection, and I will begin molding the hair section by section, okay? The reason why I am molding the hair section by section is because it will give it a more sleek appearance and a better hold. I mold it by using my Got2b glue hairspray. I want you to watch as I do it. So I have my section in the back. I spray my Got2b glue hairspray on it. And I use my hands to mold how I want that ponytail to lay in the back. Now, after you spray your Got2b glue hairspray on that section, you want to blow dry it in. Blow drying it in is what's going to mold it down. Just as if you was to sit under a dryer after your hair was done, just to lock your hair in place. This is basically what the blow dryer is doing with the hair. So it is important that you get a hairspray that is going to hold, and it is important that you have your blow dryer and you mold it down. I molded her hair down by putting my blow dryer on like high heat. Okay? Now, I have those people who are like, okay, so if you're going to be spraying the spray on the hair and then molding it down and it's like a dryer, Why not just put the hair in a ponytail, spray the spray on top, wrap her up, and put her in a dryer? You can do that too, but it just doesn't. I believe that it just does not give you that sleek appearance. It's easier for you to have flaws in the ponytail. Not saying you gotta be perfect or nothing, but that's the purpose of the sleek ponytail, so it can look very natural, like you like it's your hair. So if you do this method and just take your time and do section by section, it will give you that appearance. Also, you'll have clients that will have very, very thick hair. So if you try to lay all their hair down by just putting hairspray on the top layer of their head and then wrapping them up and putting them in the dryer, one, it might be difficult to put their hair all in one ponytail. You might start getting lumps on the side. And two, their hairstyle will not last them because they just have hairspray and holding products at the top of their head. You know what I mean? I'm taking her hair section by section, spraying hairspray down and molding it section by section. And I did her hair last week and her ponytail still looks great today. She goes to the gym almost every day. It's the winter time right now. It's windy outside. It's been raining, and her hair still looks good. So if you want your ponytail to last longer, just take your time, be neat, and do it section by section because everyone's hair is different. Okay? I hope that answered your question. If you were one of those people who was just wondering why, like, what's the point of this? Just throw her in the dryer and just put some product on top. All right, so another tip. I sectioned her hair and I want you to still if you have a section and it's a lot of hair and you can't get it all molded down all at once, section that section. For example, I took a section down. Now I'm going to work section by section within that section, okay? So I hope that makes sense. Now I'm going to start on the side and then I'm going to turn it to the other side and then I'm going to bring it together in the middle. Why? Because this hairstyle requires neatness. You want to be very neat when you're doing this because you want it to look natural, and it is called a sleek ponytail for a reason. You don't want any bubbles, any hair sticking out, nothing. So if you gotta split your sections up and do one side at a time, do that. Mold down one side at a time. Another tip, when you're spraying your hairspray, don't spray the hairspray on the hair and then just take the dryer and blow dry it, okay? I'm gonna say that again. Don't spray the hairspray on the hair and then just blow dry it. You want to spray the hairspray on the hair. Look, watch what I do. I sprayed it, rubbed it into her hair, and then blow dry it. I am saying this because I made the mistake of doing the first thing I said don't do. And you know when you spray hairspray on the hair and you can see the hairspray, it looks like baby bubbles Well, if you take that blow dryer and you just blow dry straight on those bubbles without rubbing it into the hair, it's going to dry like little bubbles or little white flakes on her hair. So I hope you understood what I meant by that. You just want to like work it into the hair. You don't got to do nothing extra. Just rub it in as if you were pulling her hair back into a ponytail. Better word, just smooth it into the hair. So I'm going to let you watch me do this again. Doesn't it look so shiny and sleek? All right. Do not get discouraged if you're starting at the bottom and you still don't notice the sleekness of your ponytail. As you begin building and getting closer and closer to the top, your ponytail will begin to form. And I promise you it's going to look good. Just practice, okay? Now, I know you see me using my rat tail comb. I use my rat tail comb to section the hair and to detail and just make sure it's neat. What you don't want to do is comb through your ponytail after you've already molded it, because it will kind of mess it up a little. When you take hairspray and mold it down, and then you go and put your fingers through it and try to like rake it apart, that's when you can cause the flakes and stuff to pop out more. You know what I mean? It's like if you take edge control or got to be glue and you put it on your edges and then you start rubbing your edges, you'll see the product start to build, like start to come up and show. So you don't want to do that. If you see me doing that with my comb, I'm not doing it hard. I'm doing it really soft and I'm taking my time, because when I first did this ponytail, I noticed that I wasn't taking my time. I was kind of rushing through it, and then I was trying to use my comb to just fix it, and it's just going to make it worse because it's going to make the product from the spray show up, like, and that's not cute. You know, you don't want to be looking crusty. And another thing, if it's molded down, it's really held together. You don't want to mess up your mold by um, digging in it and taking it apart. Just be neat when you first start doing it. And also, another tip I wanted to say is the reason why I was moving my blow dryer around was because I had it on hot, and you don't want to burn your client's scalp. So, moving forward, once you get that ponytail in there, you know, you can add more spray if you like. If you see a flyaway, you can mold it down. Just want to make sure that that elastic is tight enough around the ponytail so that it doesn't come out, but not too tight to where they can't enjoy their hairstyle. Now, this is the part on how to get your ponytail to look natural when you're about to extend it. What I like to do is take their natural hair and braid it as tight as possible. And after I braid it, I seal it with a rubber band, and I'm going to take extra rubber bands and just go around the ponytail just to make sure it's just nice and tight. Now, you want to take your styling paper, wrapping paper, hair paper. You want to take your paper and you want to wrap it tightly around your client's natural hair. This will be a barrier to protect your client's hair from getting hair glue on it, okay? Your hair glue is going to be used for the extensions that you wrap around this ponytail. But first, let's just worry about getting this paper around the ponytail. Notice that I'm stretching it out and making sure there's no lumps in it, because the lumps in the ponies in the paper, it's going to be hard for you to seal it and close it. So just make sure it's nice and neat and nice and smooth around the ponytail, okay? The next step that I'm going to do is spray hairspray on it. Just like how I molded the hair, I'm going to mold this paper with some hairspray, and then I'm going to blow dry it together. Alright, so now we're getting closer to the fun part. You want to get some hair glue. You can get this at a local beauty supply store. Open up your pack of hair or open up your tracks all the way. And you want to put the glue on the track. You don't got to put it on the whole entire track because it's going to be difficult for you to wrap it around the hair. Just put some glue on the track. Start at the very bottom of where you molded that hair, okay? And then we are going to continue wrapping around that ponytail. And that is what's going to give you a very natural look, because you're starting from the bottom, working your way up, instead of bulking a whole bunch of hair in one spot and trying to hold it with 1,000 bobby pins, okay? This will look way more natural, way more sleek, and it'll also be better for your client because she won't have to worry about all that hair being wrapped tightly in one spot, causing tension, and also by having a whole bunch of bobby pins sticking her in the back of her head, okay? So notice that I'm just putting glue on the track section by section, and then I'll wrap it, and then I'll put glue on it section by section, and then I'll wrap. So I'll glue a little bit, wrap a little bit, glue a little bit, wrap a little bit. And the reason why I do this is because you see how you gotta flip that track underneath of their ponytail? It can get messy if the whole thing is glued. You're gonna get glue on the track, you're gonna get glue on the client, you're going to get glue on the hair, and it's just going to be very gluey. You don't want that to happen. Yay! Thank you so much for watching this video. No, we're not done, but I appreciate your time. I appreciate the fact that you took the time out to learn this for yourself. Now, once you get to the top, Um, this is the part where we are going to close it up to seal that track and so that it can look very natural. I like to take a small section of the hair, like right at the top, and I like to curl that part with a flat iron. I like to curl it because if I curl it, it will be formed already so that it can wrap around the ponytail. When you wrap your hair around the ponytail, you're already going in a swirl. So I'm going to take my flat iron and swirl it and curl it to get it prepped to go around that ponytail easily. Now after I finish curling the hair, I begin wrapping it around the ponytail tightly. You can use hairspray as you wrap it, or you can just wrap it really, make sure it's wrapped nice and tight, and make sure that it's secure so that it does not unravel. Now, you can use a hairpin to hold it, but I don't really like to because I just don't really care for the hairpins. I just continue wrapping it very tightly, and then as I start getting to the skinny part of that piece, I start tucking it in as I'm wrapping it, like a kind of like a knot. Not a knot to where it's going to get stuck in the head, but a knot to where it will stay. All right, so now we got that all wrapped up. You see that little piece? I'm using that to continue tucking the hair in nice and tight. So after we finish wrapping that up, I take some spray, smooth it around so it can look nice and sleek, just like the ponytail. And I'm going to go right back in with my blow dryer to mold that as well. Okay. Alright, so my camera died in the middle of me crimping her hair, but it is okay because everything prior to what I'm about to do now, it's pretty much repetitive. Now I'm going to show you how I styled her ponytail and finished her hair. So this part is pretty much by choice. You do not have to crimp it. You can add your own twist and flavor. You can curl it. You can leave it sleek and straight. You could do anything that you want to do to the ponytail once you have installed it. But today I am going to be crimping it. And the way I do that, I take a piece of her hair, I spray it down with hairspray, and I simply just crimp it going down the hair shaft. This is pretty much repetitive. I do want to tell you that if you are going to crimp it, just make sure that your sections are small enough for the heat to be able to go through the hair, okay? If your section is too big, then you might not get a very defined crimp look because the heat might not be strong enough to go through a really huge section of hair. I use hairspray because it helps define the crimps as well without it being crunchy, because at the end you're going to see me basically break it up with my rat tail comb. And like I said, she's had her ponytail in for a week and the hair is still wavy. It still looks good. Alright, so in this video today, you learn how to section and subsection for this style so that you can create neat sections and make sure that your ponytail can last a longer time. You learn how to mold the ponytail without creating product buildup. You don't need a lot of product for this ponytail, as you can see. And you also learned the techniques of how to extend your ponytail and make it look natural by closing it up. So I would like to thank you, and also I want you to thank yourself for taking the time out to educate yourself on how to do this style. And I can't wait for you guys to apply it. If you do this hairstyle, please tag me on Instagram at Alexia Tracy _ I will put it in the description box below. You can continue to watch this video to see how I styled her ponytail, but I just want to thank you all for taking the time out to watch this video and to learn and to educate yourself. And if you have any other tips or tricks, feel free to leave a comment in the description box below. If you have anything else that you would like me to film and show you guys, you can leave that in the comment below the description box as well. So yes, thank you so much, guys. Mwah. Have a great day. And don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate that, just so I can see who's watching my video. And yeah, enjoy your day. Stay blessed. Keep your head up. You got this.